we ponder for the soul. I was working with a beautiful soul who is struggling with a relationship. And I find today that so many people are struggling with relationships. To stay, to go, not having one, what's wrong with me? And in working with this soul and going through a couple of processes, I had said to her, what you are seeking is the need to be loved. And we all seek it. And I always say to people, is what you seek is within you, but how do you get to it? And we've been so conditioned into believing that it takes a long time to get to it, but it doesn't. So as we went tripping along her timeline, she found that place where that aspect of her was so separate and so a part of her that the need for love was really profound. And I know that most people have this need to be loved. And what we end up doing is we end up going into these relationships where we want them to fill in that void that's within us. And then we get disappointed because that void is not being filled. Because it's not an outside influence that can fill that within you. It's you that has to fill it up yourself. And as I worked with this lovely soul, it was like, you know, your heart is encased, at least that's how I always felt. My heart was encased in concrete, and it was deep. And to break down that wall was hard to do. But as we worked together, and I showed her the simplicity to it, it was like cracking off that encasement of concrete. And it was like she had just discovered herself for the first time. Almost like a rebirth within her heart. And this peacefulness washed over her face as the tears welled out of her eyes. Tears of joy, tears of sadness, tears of regret, tears of I'm home now. And I think the thing that made such a big difference in this session I had with her was her desire to wanting to move through a part of herself, or what she does playing the role of that victim. And she realized that it's time to stop. So that is the desire. And being brutally honest with yourself, saying enough is enough. Now, however the next few days or weeks unfold for her, I told her it's not about walking away from a relationship. It's about going within inside of herself and creating that relationship she's been seeking within herself. And the relationship she has, her partner may very well have done his duty to awaken her into that realization of what she needed to do. And the relationship could stay, or maybe not. So you see, people come into our lives to teach us about ourselves, to help us to grow and evolve. As much as we like to believe that everything is forever, it's not. It's only there for as long as it needs to be. So owe it to yourself to fill that in, to find that place within yourself where you can start to realize that you are always loved. And it's not something that you have to get someone to do for you. It's what you need to do for yourself. And you deserve it. It's time. But as much as it's deserving, it requires the desire. So thanks, lovelies, for listening. Love your comments. Please share your thoughts. Blessings and much love.